So now we are on to Guardian, our favorite bird of the flock, our most defensive character in the game. Well, debatably, right? Because you can go ham on like using your ability on Raider and whatnot, but you know, S tier and bigger, you got a shield, you got guard reflect and all that jazz. I'd say Guardian is probably the tankiest, naturally. So here are my relics. I got the increased duration for character skill, which is a whirlwind, HP recovery from successful guardian. Pretty obvious why that's good. Attacks improve power, really good, especially because you're gonna be taking attacks guardian for sure. Successful guards send out shockwaves while ability is active, and a really important skill for more damage. Attack power increase for an Evergel, you know that's obvious. Lightning damage, negation of, I mean, it's whatever. It's quite literally only because of the Evergel and the Guardian passes that I have this one. And then the red, Guardian creates Whirlwind when charging Halberd attacks. So when you know, yeah, it's self-explanatory. It's not that much damage, but it helps out. Art damage or art gauge charge from Successful Guardian, pretty obvious why I have that. And guard counter is given a boost based on current HP, which is a really strong effect on on Guardian, like especially for the fact that you're pretty much gonna always want to go up and guarding and whatnot, guard counters and whatnot. Like that's gonna be your bread and butter with the halberds and whatnot. So yeah, but everything here is more offensive based, if you notice, because you can run a defensive build of Guardian, which I would recommend if you want to kind of play that tank play style of you're not really going to go upgrading your weapons, you're not going to be trying to go super offensive, you want to take aggro. There are things where if you guard, you can get aggro from enemies. There's a relic that I believe helps you heal when you're doing your ult, so you can use your ult and hold it, and then you'd be able to heal your teammates while you're in that stance, and also you're invulnerable, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. The only way I've seen you get caught, which is you have to watch out for when you do that, is when you come out of doing your ult and holding Y or triangle, whatever you're using, you can get caught. So that's the, you know, I have done that where I use it and then come out of it immediately and just get hit immediately, take a chunk of my health, but usually isn't an issue. If especially if you can time it well, but that is something to keep. But again, you can do that. You can give, you know, restore other teammates HP with your flasks. But something I've noticed with there, I'm not sure if it's still a thing in the game, is when that was a thing, what would happen is any attack, like action that friendlies would do that would kind of give them like iframes and stuff, would also not allow them to get the healing from your flask, which is sometimes when you see it used, it wouldn't activate. So that's the only stuff that you have to worry about when using that. Again, more like HP on attack stuff. H or you know, just more like that's a good passive. Just more defensive stuff is probably a way to go if you want to be like that don't die sort of guardian. But I like to play him. I'm trying to do more aggressive and, you know, try to get as much damage as I can. Although I know that's not really like his playstyle, because even with it, his damage isn't that great. I'll be honest. Like I've tried to stack damage on him before. You know, I've had purple really good weapons, and like I feel like I had decent passes, but he just does not do a lot of damage altogether. I want to get this, but I feel like I'll get a better weapon. So for now, I'll take this for the damage negation passive. You go up there? Yeah, he did. So he'll get the Stone Sword key. But yeah, damage is not your compartment, but you are really good at, you know, with your ability, with your whirlwind, you can take out a lot of trash mobs pretty easily. We can do, you know, is also stack skill cooldown up reduction, and you just are like the trash mob guy. You just take out all the little guys. But I mean, it's not great or ideal because most of the time you're gonna be fighting bosses and such, anyways, right? Oh, there's quite a bit of playstyles to play with Guardian, just not the best ones, not the most damaging ones. So it's not gonna be the satisfying that ones that you want to kind of be running. You know, it's all about damage in this game, getting kills, and Guardian's not that type of person to get a lot of damaging kills. See, you do the charge, you see a little whirlwind, and grabs is also something you have to worry about because you have the least amount of iframes of the roster. You can get caught pretty well. I'll get this stand recovery speed because it's pretty important on this guy. You can't get caught pretty easily with grabs and whatnot. That's why Adele is going to be one of those ones where or Gaping Jaw is going to be one of those where you have to kind of really time our dodge as well. But yeah, overall Guardian, I'd say he's one of my favorite characters. I fell in love with him when I first started, but as time goes on I kind of think he's good and I do like him, but he's not something I would say that, oh, I'm gonna pick Guardian first pick, you know. I'd probably put Raider first because he can tank and do a lot of damage. Where are we going? Could just use the ability, we could have one-shot them. We're going Noklatel day 1. That's gonna be something. I guess we are. Yeah, like Raider, he can take a lot of damage with his ability, especially you have the one where he gets stamina recovery and damage, I believe, when you use his ability while getting hit or as you're getting hit or whatever. And you know, the fact that he has good HP scaling and he just does a lot of damage with heavy weapons. And when I did my like initial run of Elden Ring and the DLC, I used the, you know, just the colossal sword, and I enjoyed my run of that. So yeah, like Raider just has a better playstyle for me than Guardian. And he just, again, the damage, right? Guardian, maybe you can argue with me that he does do good damage, but he doesn't do like comparable damage. Like if everyone's at 100%, he does maybe like 80% to like 70. It's just not like great. But yeah, I mean, not gonna complain about using him. I don't know why we're here at you know, day 1 Noklatel, but I'm not gonna judge. I'm just going along with the group here. Especially with we're all like great weapons. Maybe they have blues already. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, we will, again, the underrated thing about this guy is, you know, the fact that you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. I didn't want to use that. I just wanted to use the other thing. We'll go for the stamina. HP, we'll level up and we'll get out of here. We should not go like Noklatel day 1. It's just not enough time for what you want to do. He can survive. His guard counters are nice. His reflect is really nice. And there's just a lot of attacks that you could just tank through and you'll feel pretty much immortal. Like when I use the Great Shield on Wilder against Darkdrift Fulgur, you're just quite literally just there tanking everything and you never died while just blocking, you know? There's like maybe 1 or 2 attacks you have to worry about, but other than that, you're invincible. Just imagine that on Guardian. It's just very, very nice. But yeah, overall, he's like a B to A tier character, and nothing I would boost. Like, I wouldn't say bad. Just no character's really bad, right? They're all just situational in their own niche. You know, I've seen double Excuse me. I've seen double Duchess do really good. I've seen, obviously double Iron Knight, but he's the best character in the game. Triple Wilder's fun. And that's one thing I haven't seen is like Triple Guardian. I have not seen Triple Guardians, so maybe that's a testament to like maybe his playstyle, or I mean it would be pretty awkward because everybody's competing for I mean look at that. I'm not blocking. See, I mean like that. Didn't time that right. It hit behind me. I mean, you just saw there, just all the trash mobs that I instantly cleared out. We'll do the HP restoration. That's pretty obvious for me. We can. I mean, Bellbearing Hunter is not Red Eyes, field version, but still, we can go do that to upgrade. I can, when you're Guardian, you usually want to upgrade your shield, because that upgrading your shield is way more beneficial than your weapon, because first off, you probably will find a better weapon, but two, the fact that it's quite difficult to find like a good shield, and the benefit of having a purple shield is much better than, running just like a gray shield or even a blue shield. It's just much more helpful. So yeah, as Guardian, I recommend upgrading your shield or purple if you can. Your weapon just helps a lot. I don't know where the Wilder went. Get that because it just helps me. I'm always gonna be holding 2 armament. He needs over here, here. Easy kill. See, like, oh, here's a great spear. If I wanted to use that instead of the halberd, I'll just use that, but I'll take the maximum HP. I'm gonna go full tank route and just show you guys how I can defend against pretty much everything, especially against Tricephalos. Also, the audio, I believe, should be fixed. If you guys, I'll listen to this back and see if there's any issues that I need to fix. Here, I could probably get that Erdry favor. I could get that too. Any strategically, but not really want. Oh, I can upgrade that. Buy this. Or buy this just so I can upgrade my shield here to purple. And if I can get enough, I'll get that talisman. I don't think we'll be passing by here. It looks like, yeah, we are. But there's nothing to kill. $1,100. What I might do is just jump in that camp real quick, kill like 2 guys, and then go and hey, get out of the way. Do that. Never Joe. Actually, it will probably take too long. I mean, I don't have a key, so he's not activating anything. 15,000. I'm assuming he doesn't have a key either, or else he would have done it when he passed by. I don't have a key, so I mean I could buy a key, I suppose. You know what? I'll opt to buy it just for the fact that it'll give us a bigger buff in the long run. And if even if we don't clear it now, I'll still be able to. Oh, he did have a key. Didn't activate for whatever reason. Okay, do that. Oh, it bugged. Kill him for the grabs. Yeah, I got grabbed. There's just nothing I could have done there. I mean, I could have timed it better, right? Do some damage. Alright, there we go. Get this and let's get out of here. Get the runes. Heal up. Just run out of here. We're gonna be maybe with 3 flasks. What I'm assuming. But it should be okay. Dying first night would be pretty embarrassing. And if we do, you know, I'll just upload it and be like, yeah, we died first night on Tricephalos. In 2. Crash mobs, easy. Not much damage, but again, not my job. See, the problem with this game is having like a tank class is not really that necessary when everybody, or not everybody, but majority of people have like ways to survive and their own healing and stuff and their own way to kind of be tanky themselves. Like if you just decide to go on damage negation passives, you can just, you know, tank yourself as whatever class. Like especially if you have full HP and this on successive attacks, you get that stuff and it's like, okay, well, yeah, we can have a tank class, but it's not really as beneficial as if we just went like 3 classes do a lot of damage. Blocked. Staggered him. Double staggered him. Looking out. And charge fully so I can get the that. Take out all these trash mobs. Survive that. He almost killed me, but I didn't. See, there I only healed once. I wasn't really even paying attention or blocking because it doesn't really matter until the end. Here I can get Holy Ground or successive attacks. I might just get this because I'm playing. My playstyle is a little bit more aggro even with Guardian, but you know. So now we can go to Nokotel. An issue. We can do, you know, Astal and see what we get. The best possible place you can probably be with, I mean, all of the shifting earths are pretty good, right? But you probably want rotten woods because of all that HP and stuff that you'd get um doing that. Because if you think about it, if you get like Astor and you do Nokotel, like what we're doing right now, right? You don't really need to use the legendary weapon that you're gonna get because probably isn't good. Like if it's like, I don't know, something for Recluse or a great sword for Wilder or something, it's like, all right, well, why would I even use it? Because I believe there's no legendary halberds or spears in the game, whatever. So there is like no point into getting like a legendary weapon for Guardian. You just want to use a halberd, and a lot of purple halberds are pretty good, like Silituous Tree, um, or what else? What else is there? There's Spike Spear if you really want to use that. There's I can't remember the other ones, but like those are two like good examples, and you get them pretty often. Like I see them often even in other classes. So I mean that's an option. And so you'd just rather go for Knuckle Tail to get Raider or like Wilder, a double greatsword or, you know, colossal weapon. And we should really go to Knuckle Tail now. But whatever. We're not gonna do Knuckle Tail, you know, it's not even like I'm not gonna be upset. I usually be not upset, but like why aren't we doing it as other classes? Because you can at least get like a legendary weapon, but as this guy, it's like who cares? So yeah, like Rotten Woods, and then Volcano wouldn't be bad, just for the fact that you can upgrade, you know, one of your weapons to legendary, which could be your shield, and you'd be super tanky. Like here, this is what I would want. I would take the stamina, but this is just infinitely better. As for the passive, is a good passive attack when ornaments, which I am holding. You know, I'm holding a shield and my halberd. Stamina mode is really nice for blocking and stuff, but and then this also had the weakness of Tricephalos or Gladius. So yeah. Having a legendary shield would just make you an Omega tank. March here. Just able to do a lot of damage with my ability from charging halberds. And just, you know, my ability that comes naturally when I use, or my, you know, my ability. Gonna kill it. There we go. You can use other weapons. Like nothing's stopping you from just, you know, not using swords and stuff with Guardian, but if you want to play that whole like poke playstyle, you really just want to use halberds, and you know, with all the abilities that give you damage just using halberds, kind of like are kind of pigeonholed to using halberds. Charge attacks. Again, this doesn't do a lot of damage, but it also does like stagger damage and just chip damage when you're fighting here. I think it also creates aggro for you. Could be wrong. Stagger them while trying to do guard attack. Or guard counter. Do that. Get some fire reduction against Gladius, Tricephalos. Now we can go here, and now's the time they want to do Loretta, looks like. We're also doing Gladius, you know, Tricephalos, so it can also be launched. New players, yeah, like new player, 100%. Not a new player, but actually pretty good stuff. You know, it's not the worst. Actually, he doesn't have the +1 skill, so it's actually not that great. That skill is just a game changer. But you know what? Even with this, we're gonna see that we can carry Gladius, no problem. That's actually probably better. You know, it's funny because I was actually kind of following him a little when he's like the newer player. Um, but even, you know, with newer players you can carry with Guardian, it'll just take a little bit longer than normal. He hasn't died yet, so complaints from me. Need to do that. Against bosses that move around like this is kind of a pain. Take a lot of damage from magic. Are you gonna attack me or not? Could also be like another save file or something, because this guy looks like he knows what he's doing, or he probably just, you know, plays a lot of Elden Ring or Dark Souls games, so he knows what to do. Let's just use our ult. Let's not be too stingy with it. Nice. This. Another one. Guy's being annoying. I was mid-charge, so I couldn't block that. Thing you can't block, so you have to keep that in mind. Unless you had, you know, the other shields, like the, yeah. Oh man, you know, the shield where you can parry magic. I'll let this guy take aggro while I come. Damn. Teammate over here. Oh, see, you have to watch out about magic there. Yeah. Legendary weapon can be Grace. A whip. Oh man. I can't parry, so no casting speed too. I think because I mean I've never used it before, so I really want to get it. But just for the fact that, you know, it's not gonna be any useful as this class. Maybe if I was like Duchess or something, I would probably, you know, have a go at it just for fun. But I actually never seen it before. We'll get the successive damage, negate damage. It'll be really useful as me. We don't have any time to do Astal now, so yeah, it looks like he just wants to go do the soldier. The god or the dragonkin soldier or whatever. We're already this side. And they know how to do like the simple side over here. Not the more complex right side, which has better rewards. You know, as you're running you can get 3 drops. 3 extra drops at least compared to this side. Or might be 2 extra at least. Okay, you can see with the max HP stuff, I have a lot of HP here. Not the most. I'm not crazy like how some of these recluses can get pretty much half the screen into FP bars, which I've only managed to do once. I feel like you have to get lucky with the passes and such to get it. They did most of the work there. See another halberd. Get this 10 already though, of course. Maybe they're playing together, or I don't know, with the new double, you know, the co-op. 2 players, I'm assuming you could you just run that now instead of running 3 players, unless he's not confident in his, you know, his friend can do well with only 2 of them. That might be, that's the fun of it, you know. You just play a new game with your friend and you're just learning stuff together. That's always fun. Attack power, I'll take the poise. We're not learning together because he's obviously played more. No, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. I'm gonna go up here and then it's gonna be like 2 minutes later, or not even like a minute from now, it's gonna start closing or less. Man has no relics. He missed. Yeah. We should leave. And I'm not the greatest class for this. Get out of here. Between the legs. Oh man, the last FU from Castle. Maybe we can do this guy. Huh. Heal here. I like how the Iron High has been going down more than the newer player. Give you guys damage reduction here. Okay. You probably just want to poke, because I've been doing the charge damages just for like the whirlwind, but it's not that great. Oh, attack summon Wraith. I'll take that. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I'll take it over this. For now, I'll use this weapon to attack, and then when the time comes, I'll probably switch back to the holy weapon for Tricephalos. Buy stuff over there, but not the time. And I just realized I bought that stone sword key for no reason, pretty much. Oh well. Backstab him. Annoying. Yeah, alright, this might... Oh, well, these are holy, I believe, right? So I think I'll just stick with this. And I'll do this for my teammates. Keep the force in place. Or quote-unquote in place. I'll do it back to you. No, me. Get that damage. Oh, attack him. Get him out of that. Above me, so the hitbox was weird. There we go. I think it's only on kills. Attacks summon raid. I think it's only on kills. We will while walking. We're just going for the crazy build right now. I noticed that I wasn't getting it while attacking them. I was only getting when they were killing the enemies. It doesn't say that though, it just says attacks summon raid. To be fair, this game has a bunch of that, right? Where the description's off, or what it says is off from what it actually does. Drop you, we'll put 2 you, those are great for this, and that. Good. If we had that physical damage negation talisman instead of buying the key, that would have been great. Perfect. Well, no. Just having those skills good because I can just use the rallying standard here. For now, I'll keep it. Maybe I'll be good enough. Taking damage with damage negation, success damage negation, just guarding damage negation. Great things, great passives. And we also got the fully to armament. Does more damage, I believe, 10%. Like Iron Eye will infinitely do more damage. Oh, I pretty sure everyone just does more. Maybe they like someone who isn't optimizing Covenant that well would do less damage than Guardian. But pretty much everyone does more damage than Guardian. Okay. Nice, good stuff. 100 damage a swing, that's not bad. I'll crit him for you guys. I did not get aggro. They've got holy weapons anyways. Even that you can block. I was greedy there, I shouldn't have. Go. Watch this. Even this. See? You don't take a lot of damage. I mean, you still take damage, but not a lot. This attack is super easy. You just hold your shield up. I know back when I first started, I got hit by that stupid swing a lot. See, I got hit with it coming back. I think once. They staggered it. Nice. Do some pokes on it. It's not terrible damage. There you go. I mean, Tricephalos is such an easy boss. Yeah, and those are only when it kills, it looks like. Maybe I should have utilized the madness a little bit more. But yeah, decent run. Very defensive setup here. Besides this, which I just, attack summons wraith means kills. They only activated there after we kill them, so I wouldn't recommend having that. Because I know some of those can be crazy, while walking and all that. But, while taking damage, and then this just for a little more damage, and then the rest are just way more defensive stuff. This was a good run. Kind of explained my thoughts on Guardian. How these runs are going to go, which I don't think they're going to go, as crazy as some of the other ones I think can, or more as proactive and, exciting, but it's Guardian. You select this class, you know what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a character that can tank everything, and you're going to be blocking most of the time and trying to take aggro, protecting your teams and reviving them. So yeah. Next, we'll go for Gaping Jaw, and this is where we'll see, how he has to kind of play more defensively, as weird as that sounds. Like, you're going to have to play more, or I guess more proactively would be the better term. Because, yeah, the grabbing is going to be quite annoying. So, we'll see how this goes.